What's up, nerds and geeks? My name is OMG WTF LOL FTWBRB, and welcome back to some more of the Let's Play of Total Extreme Wrestling 2013, the mod spotlight, and we're going to be doing Montreal Screwjob or Montreal Aftermath. Last episode we had the Royal Rumble. We had Austin win the Rumble, so at WrestleMania we'll beat him and Shawn Michaels. We're kind of still steering on the same path as or as Vince McMahon did, but we still got some things that I'm going to be changing up. I am not really changing up a lot of the storylines yet. A lot of them are their payoffs are going to be at the next pay-per-view, which I'm thinking is like St. Valentine's Day. I'm not sure. Um, I haven't thought of a storyline idea for Goldust as of right now. I was considering putting him in a storyline with Vader, not Vader, excuse me. That's who we just got out of a storyline with. I was thinking about putting him in a storyline against Ken Shamrock, but I want to kind of build up Shamrock and Steve Blackman as a team because as of right now, I think that I'm going to have if I can get their popularity up, I'm going to have um, what's it called? I'm having like a brain fart. Have them face off against the New Age Outlaws because things right now really aren't working out with the Dudleys. I'm gonna have to work with them a little, a longer. I can't rush them into it, so I'm not gonna be able to do the WrestleMania thing. I'm gonna have to work on the Dudleys a little bit here, but the plan is still hopefully to have um, Dudleys and LOD. But either way, a key thing I want to do is work on Steve Blackman and Ken Shamrock as a team. So I don't know if I showed this off, but I wanted to kind of show off and talk a little bit about WCW's pay-per-view that we saw. So they had Chavo Guerrero defeated Laney Lane. Nothing. There was a title change from what I saw. Hogan and Page had a good match, but Flair and Brett had a better match. Oh, that's what it was. Ray Taylor beat Perry Saturn for the television title. That's what I wanted to show off. We got some problems here, but whatever. Mankind's mad because we had him lose to RVD because we're rushing that as well. As I said, I don't think I've changed any of the rivalries up. No, I haven't. I did take off Goldust and Vader because we are done with that. So let's move on. Oh, there was something God, Puerto Rico all the time. I hate when it gives me Puerto Rico. So when was the last December? So we're in January. And how come it's not moving down? Oh. So we're in January now. Oh, we haven't even held in Hawaii yet? Or the Mid-Atlantic? We got to go to the Mid-Atlantic. There's a lot of places we haven't gone to yet. So, still want to continue Stone Cold and McMahon. Let's just start off with modern TV opening with Miss McMahon and Stone Cold. Having him basically argue. Stone Cold's coming out talking about his Royal Rumble win, and then Vince McMahon comes out. I called him Mr. McMahon. Now that I'm starting to type in Vince McMahon, now that I changed his name. Either way, Austin's coming out. He's hyping up the fact how he whatever. I'm actually interested in this now because I want to see if that means they're going to succeed because they're both going off script. Either way, as I was saying, Austin coming out talking about how he won. McMahon's coming out, blah 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 blah. And then he books a match against Kane. Or, I don't know. Kane? Let me think. I don't know if I want to do Kane. Kane feels like, maybe, but there's better options. Could have Stone Cold take on... I don't want to do Shawn Michaels. Yeah, it looks like Kane's going to be my choice, so... Let's go to match announcement. And it'll be Steve Austin versus Kane later tonight. And then we're going to start off the show with... Actually, let's have the announcers talk about also Okay, that was weird. Also later tonight, how we're gonna see a rematch between Ahmed Johnson and Triple H for the European Championship. So European title rematch. Rematch. Okay. Then we're gonna open off the night. So let's see, storyline wise, Farouk did get injured, so he's only injured for 6 days, so he's not gonna be working this week. Owen Hart versus someone. Owen Hart versus I don't know, but we're gonna have an Owen Hart start off the night. Owen Hart, he's a main eventer, correct? Yes, he is. Have him take on a heel upper mid Carter. Who? Let's do Jeff Jarrett. I did change Jeff Jarrett's picture because that one was irritating, and maybe with this picture I'll actually start doing something with him. Pictures mean something. What is a medium? Actually, you're an upper mid, right? Yeah, so this is going to be a main event match. Major match. Psych. No, it's not. I'm going to give it like 12 minutes. Owen Hart's going to get the victory. Let's keep everyone strong. I know someone said in the comment section how they were saying that because I use so many of the road agent notes that it might affect the match. I don't think so. I'm not entirely sure about that, but it's possible. I have no idea. Either way, yeah, I don't know. It's very possible that it could affect it, but I don't think so because I think it actually helps the match more because it gives you the people an idea. I don't know. If any of you have an idea, let me know. We should probably do an angle next. The way I've been doing stuff recently, because I've been playing a lot of this in my free time, just randomly, because I have like a kind of a playthrough of WWE currently, not necessarily like extremely currently, like what's happening now, a little bit after, I'd say in between WrestleMania 30 and SummerSlam time is when it starts. I just actually finished Money in the Bank, and I think I've had one or two pay-per-views. Either way, I've been kind of running that game, and the way I do it is I usually have match and then angle or two, and so on and so forth. So I'm assuming that's how I'll have to book it as well. So we should probably have an angle. And what I want to do is do something with RVD. So in case no one knew this, by the way, I'm going to do hype. I did hire Bill Alfonso. I almost forgot his name. Actually, who has better entertainment? Now that I think about it. Oh, I called him the coach. There he is, the coach, Bill Alfonso. His entertainment, it would be microphone, so it's 69. What is RVD? RVD's entertainment's very strong. He doesn't really need a coach, I guess. Or, not a coach. Doesn't really need a manager, does he? I don't know why WWE gave him, or not WWE. I obviously gave him the frigging thing, but do I want to do it then? I'll tell you what, we'll do it, and there I go again. We'll see how it works. Honestly, I don't think it'll work. So we need to start booking RVD to get some momentum on his side. I'm thinking RVD versus um, he's a heel, so we need a face. Blackjack Bradshaw, Mark Miro, Mosh. I was thinking maybe D'Lo, but I don't want to do D'Lo. Why don't we do Two Cold Scorpio? Yeah, we'll do Two Cold Scorpio. Bradshaw. Oh, that's. I was like, what? That legitimately caught me off guard. I was like, what does that mean? All right, 6 minutes, and we'll run another angle where Triple H is hyping his upcoming match. Yeah, that's good stuff. I like that. Better yet, probably shouldn't do that because either way, Alfonso's going to be in the background. Yeah, instead of that, I'm just going to have 2 hype segments because I totally forgot that the only thing that kind of irritates me about these interviews is it's not entirely correct. There should be interviewer, catalyst, and then that, because going back to something like my current WWE playthrough, there comes like times where like I have Renee Young, who's a personality, yet I don't have really any angle that supports a personality role because it's not like I have like the interviews aren't really interviews. It's just kind of, it's more of a promo than an interview if you ask me, because a promo is where it's, by your I did accepted challenge, my bad. Yeah, like a promo is, when it's a wrestler one-on-one with the camera basically, and he's talking to, doing an interview without an interviewer to the camera. He's talking about it. And did I do challenge again? Jeez. What am I doing? I'm not focusing, nerds and geeks. This time I'm gonna. So that's just like, I don't know. That's my one fault that I have with this game. I guess I mean I could and go and change it myself, and I might do it because it just doesn't make sense. So we need 50% matches. It's different than the other one. Okay, that's fine. So we should book someone in a match. I'm thinking let's get D'Lo. I was gonna thinking like, yeah, let's get Farouk in action as well. Have him not really compete. But then I thought about it. What's the point of risking it, nerds and geeks? You know what I mean? No point. What do I want to do though? I know what I want to do. Let's ignore the storylines for a second. Didn't mean to do that because I wanted to start getting Ken Shamrock and Steve Blackman some momentum. I don't want the Dudley Boys to necessarily take a loss. Who did I last have them fight? I think it was Aguila and someone, to be honest. Brooklyn Brawler, that'd be fun. Is Butterbean a face? He is a face. He's also a occasional wrestler. That's got to change. I don't know why it changed it back to it, but whatever. So I don't want a main eventer. Yeah, I guess we can keep upper mid-carders. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. I'm here. Excuse me real quick while I mess up everything. So take out women's division even though I don't think we have anybody. Alright, so Mark Miro. What the hell? Oh gosh. Luna Vacone. Why? Exclude booked, by the way. Mark Miro teaming up with... Who would team up with Mark Miro? No one in their right mind would team up with Mark Miro, but Brian Christopher is not in his right mind, so he'll team with Mark Miro. And this is going to be about 7 minute, 8 minutes, why not? Just because it's that way. Let's get Steve Blackman the victory, because I want him and Shamrock to be kind of like on the same level. I like that team a lot, actually. I don't know, I just think that's an excellent team. I really do. So back to the storylines, angle-wise. Could have Paul Bearer, oh yes, hyping up his match against the or not his match personally, but Kane's match against. Could you imagine if they had Paul Bearer take on Stone Cold Steve Austin in the freaking main event of an episode of Raw? Oh Lord, I would feel bad. Do that. Get myself comfortable as well in the background here. Huh. probably do something with Mankind, doing like a backstage promo or something on RVD, and then that'll lead into the RVD match. So promo, singles. Can I go up? Thank you. The reason why I prefer to do a promo over a what was I gonna say? Over like an interview or something is because RVD is actually not rated in a promo, so it's all Mankind working. Oh, now it's matches again. Another thing I'm thinking about doing, and I definitely would like to hear your guys' input. Should we get another show? I think we should get another show because I believe in February, we're going to be, or not just me, but everyone's allowed to. All the new TV offers are available, and I think we're probably going to try to get another show, probably Sunday Night Heat. So keep him strong. I also want to keep Too Cold strong as well because I want to get the Pimp Party pushed as well. So I don't want Too Cold to look like a Jabba. See, we need 32 more minutes, and we still have the main event to book. Actually, we still have the European title to book as well. In fact, that's going to be my last two things. So let's do a psych up. We'll have Shawn Michaels, as I scratch my nose, Shawn Michaels psyching up Triple H for like 3 minutes. Really? How are you? Whatever. And then we'll have Ahmed Johnson walking. So Worker is walking. Ahmed Johnson is walking. And then we'll have the actual European title rematch between the two. And I'm not going to do some stupid WWE thing and have freaking, Triple H pick the title back up because, oh, it's fun. It's not going to be a 15-minute match, by the way. It'll be like 12 minutes as well. 12 minutes feels right to me just because that's how it is in the current mode. So we're going to have Ahmed Johnson get the victory, but it's going to be like disqualification as well. Because Shawn Michaels or Chyna's going to do something, yeah. So keep Triple H strong, open, scripted, all out, cheap win, and it'll have a DQ finish, interference on Chyna's, not Hawk, Chyna's account. Maybe that'll lead into Luna Vachon teaming with Ahmed. I don't know. What do you guys think of that? Luna Vachon teaming with Ahmed Johnson, having them be a thing opposing Triple H. And, yeah. And then we're just going to have post. And it's a beatdown. Where's 2v1? Is not a 2v1? Alright, we'll just have 2-on-1 here. And Ahmed Johnson will get beat down by Triple H and Chyna. Oh god, am I going to cough? 6 minutes is good. And then that'll lead into our main event, Nerds and Geeks. Which will be... Oh, whoa, that was creepy. Which will be Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Kane. And this will be a 15-minute bout because... Yeah, Steve Austin is going to get the victory. I knew there was going to be a cough. Keeping him strong, and Kane making it an open, scripted, all out. I was thinking about maybe just giving him a minute more and making it slow build, but nah. And it's going to be tainted because during the match, I would like to have, I can't obviously simulate this in a way, but Kane's going to be distracted, but it's going to be basically the lights going off, and then, on the friggin' Titantron and yeah, that jazz. And we do need to do some things with the pre-show, so I wanted to get Vader in action. I wanted him to kind of go on a monster streak, but not really like a streak. So I need to find Vader's a face. Probably gonna turn him heel. I guess Midian is the unfortunate soul. So that's going to be on the pre-show. Vader versus Midian. That'll be a 8-minute bout with Vader getting the win, keeping himself strong, open, script, and decisive. I was going to do all out, but no. I'm not going to put The Rock in action. I know, sue me. You're not going to put The Rock in action? Why? I mean, no point. What's the point? I mean, didn't I do him something in here? I didn't. Sorry about the cough. I have like a tickle in the back of my throat all of a sudden. Probably do an angle with him on the there's no point. I'm not going to put The Rock in action. I do need to do something with, I want to do something with D'Lo. And probably I was going to do something with Taka as well. Alright, we're probably going to have 4 pre-show matches, which that's fine. So we need to do something with D'Lo. D'Lo, you're looking at the real deal now. Woo woo. What is he, by the way? He's a middleweight. Okay. You're a mid-carder. Let's get some mid-card heel. That's not Salvio Vega. Actually, let's do upper mid. Goldust. Boom. I really thought D'Lo Brown was flipping me off for a second. I was about to say, you jerk. Have them go out for 8 minutes as well, with D'Lo getting the victory. Not protected, but keep him strong. Keep Goldust strong, making an open, scripted, all-out, decisive. The reason why I want to push D'Lo more than I want to push Goldust. That's mainly the only reason why. Yeah. So I need to do something with Taka, and I needed to do something with the Dudleys. So let's do Duds first. The Duds. So put the Dudley boys in action against some faces. I think I've already put them against the Blackjacks many times, though. What are the Dudleys, by the way? Everyone. They are lower mid-card, so mid is my preference. Bob Holly and Al Snow. I'm not even sure. Has that been a team? Oh, it so has. You know why it's been a team? Because it sounds perfect. Alright, there goes that team. For a second it worked though, Nerds and Geeks. I was legitimately like, oh, it's a good choice. Just wasn't meant to be. Let's do like Jushin Liger and possibly Where the hell is, what's his name? El Hido del Santo? Or am I always forgetting that? I think I think he works for the WCW one, and I'm always mistaken that. So we'll have these guys fight each other, and Bully Ray will get the win. Have all of them keep strong as well, because depending if, how things go with this team here, it could be a team. They're both masked, so that, gives me the obvious one. Let's get Taka in action. And this will be our final pre-show match. So Taka Michinoku is also a lower mid-carder. Probably get him in that. He would be the only one. Let's get him in action against Agula. How often have you guys fought, though? Not in a one-on-one bout, so. And we'll even have him defend his light heavyweight title. Because, yeah. You know what? Keep Agula strong, because, I don't know. I feel bad that he's my Jabba, but what else? Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Okay, it's also not what I meant to do. And that'll be the first match. That way it kind of has, a pattern. So, let's run this show, Nerds and Geeks. Let's see how we do. So, pre-show taking place. Light heavyweight title to start off the night. Taka Michinoku defeating Agula, or whatever the hell his name is. And did pretty well. Nothing too bad. Any improvements? No. I should probably turn on Dirt Sheet so we can see all that fun stuff. But yeah. Anyway, next match. Ooh, got a 60 out of that. Good action too. D'Lo Brown pinning him. Oh, Luna Vachon is in with gold dust. That's what she's doing. So I probably won't do the China thing. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot that in this one for some reason that as long as you put them in action, it progresses. Because it doesn't do that in any other one I had. Dudley Boys getting it. There's no real storyline here, so I can't really hype anything up. Bully Ray defeated Maskura Sagrada, the power bomb, and Vader beating up with Midian. Midian was off his game. You seem to always be off your game. So actual show, Steve Austin comes down, brags about him winning the Royal Rumble match, yada yada yada. Mr. McMahon comes down, obviously none too happy with Austin winning the Rumble. And yeah, they argue back and forth. This is eventually going to lead to them facing off at the next pay-per-view. I contemplating having them fight at WrestleMania, but nah. Got an 86 for that too. That is excellent. And then obviously that's pretty good. Yeah, could be better. Owen Hart taking on Jeff Jarrett, beating him. That's a pretty good match. Sharpshooter. I'm glad he finished with that because the way I'd like to have Owen Hart booked right now. I can actually go back. That's hilarious. Is he's kind of taking the place of not Rob Van Dam, of Bret Hart. Already hyping up his upcoming match. I didn't look at workers' improvements in the last one. My apologies. That's something I'm going to try to start doing. Triple H improving, or not improving, but helping us out here. So in a match that had some good action, not much way in heat. Winning combination defeated Mark Miro and Brian Christopher. Got a C-. That's awesome. Mark Miro improved in Rumble, and Steve is improving in Technical. That's great. Ooh, wow. How the hell does that make sense? Paul Bearer is hyping the upcoming match. Oh yes, my Monster Kane is gonna beat Stone Cold. Whatever he says, gets an 80 for it, but somehow performs poorly in the segment. Whatevs. Makes no sense. Mankind in the back, in the boiler room, ripping out his hair, yelling, screaming because he's upset that he lost to RVD, all that jazz. Then it leads to RVD. RVD beats Too Cold Scorpio. I didn't look at the thing. He's also improving in performance. That's pretty good. Michaels up backstage, hyping up Triple H. You're going to do it. You're going to win back that European Championship, boy. All good, positive stuff. Ahmed Johnson making his way to the ring. There's not really no room for improvement in that, is there? They performed the 57? Ugh. Lame. Great action, average heat. China comes in. She got caught slapping or giving Ahmed like the low blow, disqualification, yada yada yada. Post-match beatdown. Ahmed Johnson getting beaten down by China and Triple H. I'm probably going to end this feud, at the next pay-per-view. Main event, great action, good crowd. Austin beats Kane with a handful of tights. Typical Stone Cold, I guess. Taker, screens, lights, whole thing like that just goes out, Worker improvements. Kane's improving. And Paul Bearer did some good work at ringside as well. Increased our popularity in 12 regions, but we lost in 7 regions. I think that was a great show, actually. That was probably one of our better shows. Really good. I enjoyed that. Very good show. And here is Hiromichi Fuyuka, or I don't know, something. The hell is this? Are you serious? Am I going to get updates on a bunch of different things? Well, Bill Clinton denies affair with intern nerds and geeks. News of a scandal involving U.S. President Bill Clinton and former intern Monica Lewinsky first broke last week on the Drudge Report website. The story has swirled for several days, and despite swift denials from Clinton, last night President Clinton, standing with his wife, spoke at the White House press conference, issued a forceful denial. The president was quite clear in outing, "I did not have sexual relations with that woman." Oh, Lord. Nitro, yep, probably did good, but vast majority liked our show as well, so yeah, buddy. What'd they do, by the way? Out of curiosity, they got an 82. We got a 77. We're doing pretty good. We're getting close. We're getting close, nerds and geeks. Feeling the effects of a grueling thing. You're kind of a complainer, aren't you? One thing I want to write off before I go, of course, there should have been an annotation up there that, would have just taken you right to the show. If it wasn't up there, please leave in the comments to let me know that I forgot to put that in there. And as well as that, I wanted to bring up the fact that on our pay-per-views, DirecTV is currently unhappy with us. We don't draw that well, and honestly, it's kind of expected considering that, Australia, Europe, Japan, we're not that huge in those kind of areas. I was going to find a new pay-per-view deal, but we do have it in demand already, so they cover pretty much the basic areas, so I'm not really going to worry too much about that right now because, as you see, we're not really too popular in other places. We're getting there, though. Probably offer some pay-per-view deals and other things, and all that jazz. Let's look at our storylines before we go down. So they're still doing only because of the Royal Rumble. How come? See, this is confusing. So notice how the Dudley Boys moved along in here, right? How come this one didn't move along? Because Owen Hart was in action. It's just confusing. And this one didn't move along either. Well, maybe it's because it was in the pre-show. Yeah. Either way, coming next episode, I'll probably have made a couple offers to a new pay-per-view deal and TV shows and all that. Either way, Nerds and Geeks, that's going to do it for this episode. I do hope you have enjoyed. If you had, do me a favor, comment, like, and subscribe. And as always, my name has been OMG, WTF, LOL, FTW, BRB, and I'll see you guys in our next episode.